doing under the blankets? You know that's where I sleep. So welcome to a new YouTube series that is going to be on my channel, A to B Videos of Life. Just made it. It's pretty much going to be about a bunch of random rants that I go on. But speaking of my first rant, is my Spanish class. I'm not even kidding. Today in class, we got our recommendations, and I'm the one person in the class who's recommended for average. Yay! Lowering everyone's expectations since 1997. But anyways, I'm in Spanish 4, and my school is just like, my school decides that this year, I'm going to have to take Spanish 4 again next year. Because for Spanish 1, we have a Spanish 1 book. Spanish 2 book, blah, blah. Spanish 3, we use half of the Spanish 3 book. And Spanish 4, we use the other half of the Spanish 3 book, which honestly makes no sense. But now they're going to make a new Spanish 4 book, which makes it so everyone in my school that takes Spanish 4 has to take it again next year. And it's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Because I am going to drop Spanish after next year. And because, I'm a sophomore, but, I just can't, I'm not going to take 4 years of Spanish, even though my senior year I would be in UConn Spanish, but just don't feel like taking it. And also, another rant. And I'm not sure how many of you guys have, parents who do, daycare or something. But my parents do daycare, and boy, I'm so glad 90% of them end up go to school, because they're at that age. But there's a 2-year-old, and, he comes to my house, every day during the week, not on the weekends. But, every day I come home after school, he looks at me, he's like, "Ryan's back, Grandma." I'm just like, oh my god. And I end up playing superheroes with him for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, it's kind of fun because, well, you gotta do anything really to keep a 2-year-old going, because if you don't, they cry. But see, this is a cool 2-year-old because he knows how to sing parts of Gangnam Style. And he knows what an Enderman is. And I bet as soon as you heard that, you were asking, how does he know what Enderman is? Well, that's kind of my fault. I was on my iPod watching a music video called Like an Enderman. He walks in my room, he's like, "Ryan, what's an Enderman?" I'm like, oh geez, Then I told him that an Enderman was his best friend. And he's like, and then the song ended. He's like, "I want to see Enderman." I'm like, oh jeez. So now he knows what an Enderman is, and unfortunately my grandma didn't. So I told her what an Enderman was. She looks at me with a disgusted face. She's like, "Why are you showing this to a 2-year-old?" I'm like, it's not my fault, because 2-year-olds don't understand anything. So, 1, she should be thankful, I guess. And also, well, really, it's just that the fact that 2-year-olds are just curious all the time. It's like, "Oh, what's that? What are you watching? I want to watch it. I'm 2. It's probably bad, but I'm gonna watch it." I mean, it's just what they do. And also, it's a 2-year-old, for God's sake. He's like, I'm 2, I'm gonna do what I want, Oh, look, I'm 2, I don't know what that word means, I'm gonna say it anyways. Oh, nope, apparently that's a bad word, I'm gonna get in trouble for it. And I'm just gonna keep using it. And it's pretty much how most things go with a 2-year-old. But anyways, it's just that sometimes it's hard to put up with 2-year-olds too, because it's the fact that, like, it's their curiosity that really gets them in trouble. I mean, my brother once, he was in my room, watching me play Xbox once, and he's sitting there. So I got like a double kill in Call of Duty, and my brother's just like, oh, you killed both of them. They probably think you're a jerk. And the 2-year-old was sitting right next to my brother. He stands up, walks to the living room, he's like, Grandma, you're a jerk. And he comes running to my room, and she's stomping down the hall in my room. She's like, alright, who taught the 2-year-old what a jerk was? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. All I heard was Andrew say, oh, they probably think you're a jerk for killing them. So, she looks at my brother, and she's like, you're in trouble. But another thing that's gonna get me ranting. You're younger, I bet you some of you have younger siblings. But what really sucks is the fact that younger siblings usually get what they want. I mean, I would have, by now I would probably have at least 20 videos of gameplay of Halo 4 or Call of Duty Black Ops 2. But I was getting a capture card for Christmas, and I knew I was getting it, and I was sitting in my room. My brother was playing, or not playing, but he was sitting next to me, and he's like, "Oh, can I play?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can play, but just remember, when my friend comes over, I just wouldn't like you to bother us." So he's like, "Oh, you always have friends coming over," and then I told him, like, "Well, my friends aren't busy over the weekend." I'm like, "They're not busy this weekend," and then, because he's a younger sibling, he decides, you know, I'm a younger sibling, I'm gonna get you in trouble for no reason. So he walks up to the living room, he starts one of those fake crying tear things, and makes up a story that I said he has no friends. But really, it just annoyed, I ended up getting grounded, and that's why I don't have my capture card. But anyways, I've been waiting all Christmas for one, and the one time I know I'm getting it, I get screwed over, and it's like, well, this is depressing. But that's where I'm gonna end the video, because I really can't think of anything else to rant about. I will be uploading rants of, just random rants, probably once every week, likely on Wednesdays. But that's just what I'm gonna do now. So, goodbye, viewers.